Okay, the game crashing is getting a wee bit tiresome. Not for you guys, though. For you guys, it's like, what, a second? But still, a bit tiresome for me. But not tiresome enough for me to stop. I don't care if this game crashes every 5 minutes, I'm going to complete this game, because I love it. I love it, I love it. Alright, where was I? First Crusade. Pilgrims, Peasants Crusade got massacred. And then the real Crusaders got there.
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
Oh, shut it. And they got to the Holy Land and started basically causing havoc. The First Crusade was an amazing success for the Christians. Mainly for a couple of reasons.
Be gone.
Mainly because they were not fighting a united Muslim society or united Muslim Holy Land, as they would be later with like Saladin. Everyone was, you know, their own little nation, their own little country, and a lot of Muslim countries would just completely let the Crusaders through, going, "Oh, you're not for us? Oh, you're not coming for us, you're going for them. Oh, well then by all means, come on through." They're not going for us, they're going for them. Sure. So, a lot of times they didn't even have any resistance. Plus, the Muslims didn't even know they should be fighting back, because even though the Crusaders considered this a holy war, Muslims didn't really know the concept so much. They had jihads, but that's different. And I'll talk about that later. But, so they didn't know they were supposed to be fighting back. They just thought it was some, you know, another army coming in. I completely missed him with that blade. Maybe I nicked his jugular. So anyway, they were very successful and captured a lot of territories and created the Crusader states, which like the state of Edessa, the state of, oh, I forget all their names. But they also besieged and attacked Jerusalem through some sneakery. They besieged it for a couple of months, waited till they were pretty much starving, and then they, what did they do? They found that there was a section of the wall that was weaker than the rest, and at nighttime, when no one could see them, they moved all of their catapults to attack this one section of the wall. Well, if I'm right here, I might as well save her, huh? Hiya! And you too! Hiya! Alright, bring it. Ow! Ow! At least let me take out my sword! There we go. Come on. Next.
It's good you came along when you did.
Yeah, I know.
Another minute and they'd have made off with me.
I know.
I owe you my freedom.
Yes, you do. Why are they hassling the old woman, too? That's just not right. Alright, where's my next, that way. Okay. And where was I? So, yeah, they took Jerusalem by attacking the section of the wall that was weaker than the others before Jerusalem could react in time to patch it, or make it stronger. And they broke into Jerusalem and pretty much slaughtered everyone inside it. Not very merciful. In fact, you'll find that in the history of the Crusades, usually the Muslims are far more merciful than the Christians are. I know, shock of shocks, huh? Well, not a shock of shocks if you actually study Islam, but most of you don't, so... Anyway, and thus ended the First Crusade. They took Jerusalem, they went to the Sepulchre and other holy areas. And then, much to the disdain of the people who stayed behind, most of them went home. After all, they weren't trying to conquer the place, they were just trying to go save the holy city, say, hey, we're at the holy city, and then go home. And it's amazing Jerusalem lasted in Christian control as long as it did.
It's forbidden.
It's forbidden for me to shove you off the side? Is that what you were going to say? Ah. Oh, whoa, whoa. Ah! Grab it. Ooh, that would have been a very long fall for me. Where is he?
I see him!
Get up!
Can't run forever!
Ooh, that was close. Ow! Don't knock me down. I'm trying to throw him off, if you guys didn't realize. There we go. Oh, I didn't see him fall. Oh, there he is. Alright, anyway. But they lasted for almost 100 years. A little over 100 years, I think. Which was amazing because there were not that many of them. Almost everyone went home. La da da da. Dee da 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 da. All right. Let's get you next. The Second Crusade happened sometime later in response to Zengi taking this Crusader state of Edessa. Zengi is a very, very important figure in Muslim history, which most people have never heard of before. He was a Muslim warlord, king. I don't know if he was a king. I think he was a king. In fact, yeah, I believe he was a king. Who was the first one to kind of introduce the concept of using holy war to fight the Crusaders. I mean, Christians had been doing that from the very beginning, but Muslims didn't really look at it that way. And Zengi was the first one to kind of use that. He didn't start the jihad that Saladin did, but he... Okay, I'm probably making this way too boring. I gotta step it up. Whoa! I completely went right between those two. I did hurt myself. My pride, mostly.
When is he gonna stop this nonsense?
Anyway, Zengi had town criers that would go out and say, Allah demands we take Jerusalem back or fight the Christians and blah 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 blah. And they took Edessa, which was a Crusader state. The first Crusader state, actually. And in response, the Pope called a Second Crusade, which lasted all of like 6 weeks. They got to Jerusalem, had a council of war, and the king of Jerusalem said, "Hey, take Damascus," which you guys know Damascus. We just spent like 6 hours there. Because Damascus is my biggest problem. If we can take Damascus, then I will be a lot easier off. And they said, "Okay then, let's go take Damascus." And they went there. Found out Damascus was a lot harder to take than they thought. Found out that if they tried to besiege it, they'd be encircled and destroyed. And went home. Utterly depressed. And that was the end of the Second Crusade. And people said that they lost because they were too sinful. They did that a lot when they lost. We lost it because God wasn't with us because we were full of sin. Not because they were better than us. Woo! So, yeah. Short and sweet. The Second Crusade, not much to talk about, really. It was very short. Where am I? I'm gonna get through all the Crusades in like one little trip through the watchtowers like this.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
Anyway, then you had another couple of years until... Oh, shut it. There. You think someone's going to notice all these missing archers? Oh, hey, this is where I needed to go. How about that? And then you had the rise of Saladin, which was the Muslim hero. He united a lot of the Muslim nations together against the Christian invaders. And well, in fact, actually, he always preached that the Christian invaders should be driven out, and he always intended to drive them out, but he was actually quite peaceful a lot of the times with the Christian invaders. Saladin was a very strange man. He was very, very pious, which means religious, very kind to his followers, a very good and kind king from all things told. He just wanted to kill the Christians. Sometimes. 1 and 2. Only 2 left, huh? Alright. And he managed to, through conquest and treaties and such, unite most of the Muslim races together. Or Muslim countries together. And became a very powerful force. But they pretty much lived at peace for a long time. Well, gee. Not what I wanted to do at all. Until Renal de Chatillon screwed everything up. That dick. If you've seen Kingdom of Heaven, you will know who Renal de Chatillon is. Renal de Chatillon was the fat guy with the red beard that kept causing trouble. And the movie was pretty accurate on that account. I'm still going the wrong way. There we go. Renal de Chatillon was, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name perfectly, I'm not French. Renal de Chatillon. He was just a dick. He was a Christian crusader that, through marriage, became the king of Karak, or whatever, the holder of the fortress of Karak. Had some power, had men under his control, and I can't get anywhere from here. Well, shucks, lad.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money. I beg
Get
of
to the...
you.
Oh, caught it just in time.
Why is he doing that?
Out of the way, ho.
Please, sir, have any money?
Begone, monk.
Without our support,
Yes, monk.
men cannot hope.
I will see you in a second, sir.
We must do all
I must get
we
these
can
things
to
first.
help them in their cause. And
Anyway, he had men under his control, and he hated the Muslims, and he would constantly make treaties with the Muslims just to break them. He would constantly raid caravans, and murder the people, and take hostages, and slay them, and he even went to jail for like 20 years because he pissed a bunch of Muslims off, and the king of Jerusalem, the Christian king, who wanted to keep peace at the time, punished him. He went into jail for a very long time. And apparently he did not learn his lesson. He was not institutionalized. Enough. He got out and went right back to his old ways.
forgive, such is his nature. And
The movie would have you believe that he murdered Salahadin's sister, and that's drawing on some rumors that, or well, we have proof that he would attack caravans, and at the same general time period, Salahadin's sister was sent on a caravan. So people somehow put 2 and 2 together and thought that he took out his Salahadin's sister, which never happened. But anyway, the movie said it happened. But anyway, Renal de Chatillon took out 1 caravan too many. Salahadin got pissed, and he said, "That's it, we're going to war."
Not allowed to be here.
I am allowed to be anywhere. See? There's my access card. Oh, look at church. Whee! Oh. Huh. Okay. How do I get up there? Oh, I know how to get up there.
be strong, stand firm. Do not give up.
So he attacks Karak, which also is in the movie. It's odd. That movie, Kingdom of Heaven, it's a really good movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's really fun, but it's got some really, really accurate historical elements to it, and some really horribly inaccurate ones.
You would only listen.
Shish, shish, shish. Like, for example, the movie has...
Sole way to end our pain. It's him we should follow. It's him will lead us to victory. We
There
are
we go.
too soft with our enemies. With one hand we engage them, but the other tries to embrace.
Yeah.
What good could come of this when a king cannot decide what he truly wants?
Anyway,
But when he knows, if you would only listen,
we're gonna interrogate him in a minute.
we are too